There are two ways to reach a $1 million portfolio with this ETF. So in this video, I provided it both ways. The first one is a little bit harder for maybe a lot of people, and the second one is a little bit easier. So I'm going to show you both ways, and you're going to determine which way you're going to take, because this is the easiest way to reach a $1 million portfolio and retire with just this ETF. So bear with me here, guys. If you go to NEO's website, you will see they have a few featured ETFs, and one of the best ETFs out of those 5 ETFs they have put on their website is QQQI. This, of course, is more of tech heavy and is a growth. But check this, you are getting distribution rate of 14.11%, and 1 year total return so far has returned 20.75. Very impressive. And since inception, this ETF total return has returned about 15%. So this is just a highlight of this ETF. And the good thing is, when it comes to distributions, they have actually increased their distributions. But in this video, when I show you projection of how to reach your $1 million portfolio, I just did an average of these distributions. So let me show you here in a bit. If we look at the distribution history here, you can see they have been paying between 65 to 62. But if you average all these distributions, you're getting around 63. So I like to do average because that's kind of accurate numbers. If we go back to 2024, you can see they were paying pretty much the same distributions, but at one point it was a little bit lower. You can see here 61, 61, 59, but there's one time they pay 64 cents. So it's more consistent, which is pretty good. So there's no really decrease. But on average, if we take all these numbers and we kind of round up, we're going to get dividend increase, which is something very important. So these are distributions. And now, since we have all these distribution numbers and we know exactly how much they've been paying, and we can calculate the growth of these distributions, now we can go to our math and show you how you can actually make this portfolio turn into $1 million portfolio and therefore maybe retire with this portfolio. So let me show you here. Before we do any math and calculations, the first thing I look is today's price. As you can see here, today's price is around 56.04. It's going down just a little bit, about 22 cents. So it will open a little bit lower than the price it is today. But all in all, this ETF has just kept growing. If we check the performance of 5 days, it's down from where it was. 1 month, it's just up. 6 months is up. If we look at year to date, ETF is up. If we look 1 year, ETF is just gone up. It was really good time if you were to buy at this point here at $48, and that was as March 27. But then from March 27, the ETF just rebound, and now it is at the price it is today. But if we extend it to 5 years, this is the time since it came out. It started around $50 and now it is at 56, and this is just share prices. It does not include all the distributions on this website here. So all in all, you can see there's no NAV erosion. The ETF keeps growing in terms of price and also the distributions. So now we know the price. We can go and see how much with this price you're going to need to invest to generate income now, or put a lump sum and retire within just 10 to 15 years. So on this spreadsheet, I'm going to show you income projection for this ETF, how much you need to invest it to generate income as of now. But guys, this is just a projection and estimate. There's no guarantee that whatever I'm going to show you here is going to work for you. All numbers I'm showing you as based on the numbers that we have and the distribution they paid in the past. We don't know if they're going to keep paying the same distributions. So this is just a disclaimer to make sure that you understand this. Now, average distribution we have established is a 63, and annual yield is 13.49, right? On the website, it shows you about 14%, but I'm going with 13.49 because this is the average annual yield. So with that yield, with this price of today, if we are to put $10,000, this is how much you're going to get per month, only 112, and annual income is going to be like 1,349. This is the number of shares you're going to get with each amount you're going to invest. So with this, for most people, I would say if you invest about maybe $250,000, you're going to have 4,461 shares, and that's 2,810 per month, or 33,726 per year. So this is not enough amount of income for you to retire for most people, right? For some people, maybe if you live in a very little town and you still have maybe other social security or other type of income, maybe you can get away with this. But for most people, in order to retire, you need to generate around 60 plus, right? So remember, this is a dividend, so you're not going to pay a huge amount of taxes. Now, if you invested 500,000, then you're going to get 5,621 per month, and that's a 67,452 per year. So in order for you to invest in now and generate enough amount of money to retire as of today, you need to put a lot of money, about 500,000 or $1 million. Then you'll be able to retire. So this is one way to generate money with QQQ. But there are other ways that I'm going to show you which are a little bit easier for most people. I'm going to show you a lot of numbers and you might be wondering where did they get all those numbers. So if we come here, we'll see QQQI total return since it came out, that's about 2.3 years. It has returned around 55%, compound annual growth rate of 21%, and total return with no drip. You don't reinvest all your dividends, then you are about 46%. And that's compound annual growth rate of 17 or 18%. Right? Share price has increased by 12.4, and that's a 5.23 compound annual growth rate. And dividend increase, they have increased their distribution or their dividend by 11%. So pretty impressive. As you can see here, it just keeps growing. So we have all these numbers. I'm going to show you on my other spreadsheet how these numbers can turn your portfolio into a multi-million-dollar portfolio. The first method I'm going to show you, this is the easiest method for a lot of people. You are going to put $50,000. This is just amount that I estimate. You can change and put any amount if you have $20,000. But the thing is, the less you put, the longer it's going to take for your portfolio to turn into $1 million or multi-million-dollar portfolio. Now you're going to contribute a monthly contribution of $650. Again, this is just a number. It depends on how much you can afford. If you put $1,000 and you put $50,000, of course, you are going to shrink the time for your portfolio to be bigger. Now, we have established the dividend growth rate of this ETF is about 4.74, and annual share price is 523. This is how much the share price has grown. So we have distributions which are around 13%, and we have a growth rate, and combine those together, that's why we have the compound annual growth rate of around 20 or 21%. Number of years, I put 15 years, but again, this number is just based on how amount that I just put here. Same principle. If you put a lot of money to begin with, then the numbers here will shrink, will come down. But in this video, I just do 15 years across the board, and we're going to see. Now you have put a principal of $50,000 and you're going to contribute $650 every month. By end of second year, your portfolio is at $69,000. That's including all the distributions and reinvestment and the amount that you're contributing. Now, within 10th year, your portfolio is going to be only 421. It's not that big within 10 years. Now, just give it a few more years, just 5 more years, and now your money will almost more than double. Now your portfolio is at 1,025,443. So very impressive. It only took 10 years putting $50,000 and you put the contribution of $650 in your portfolio. Again, if you want to shrink this time, what you have to do is to put huge capital here and maybe add your contributions. Instead of 650, you can put, let's say, 800. Then your time will shrink to just like 10 years. And the more you put here, the less the time is going to take. So this is method number 1. I'm going to show you method number 2. This method number 2 could be harder for a lot of people, and that's because the amount you need is a little bit bigger. You're putting 100,000, right? So not many people have 100,000 just laying around. But if you do have that, using the same math of dividend growth rate of 4.74 and maximum dividend is 13.49, this is the average, and annual share price growth, it's 5.23, and number of years, we're putting 15 years. So let's see how long it's going to take for this portfolio with that $100,000 to turn into a $1 million portfolio. So guys, on this channel, I always like to do this type of income projection with these income ETFs. If you find value and you like this type of videos, just make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know what other ETFs you want me to talk about and make a projection for your income. And if you find value in this video, don't forget to smash the like button. So let's continue. With this method, as I've mentioned earlier, you're going to put 100,000 as your principal. By end of next year, you're going to have 125.40. This is just amount that came from your distribution. Remember, you're not contributing anything. You just put 100,000 and you don't do any contribution, and your portfolio keeps growing, right? With just dividend that you're getting, and you reinvest all your dividends. Now, by 10th year with this method, your portfolio is going to be only 500,000. See that? Just give 5 more years, your portfolio will more than double. It's going to be 1,169,334. And once your portfolio reaches this amount, then you'll be able to retire, because at that point, your monthly income is 126,917 per month. And all in all, since you started, you have accumulated 784, almost 800,000 in dividends. So pretty good. This is just dividends. And of course, the rest is just a growth, including your little principal that you put over $100,000. So guys, I just wanted to make this video to give you a quick QQQI income projection. There are 3 ways I've discussed. The first one is to put lump sum and receive distributions as of now and retire. And the other 2 ways, the first one is to put a little bit of money and you're going to do contribution every month, and your portfolio will turn into $1 million portfolio within 15 years. The other method is to put a huge lump sum today, and you're not going to do any contribution and let your portfolio grow within 15 years. And again, the more you put, the less the time is going to take for your portfolio to be a multi-million dollar portfolio. One more thing I really have to mention, this is very important. All these numbers I showed you is based on the numbers that we have, based on the number we've seen from NEO's website. That's distribution rate and distribution that they have paid in the past, and the ETF performance based on the past performance. So we don't know all these numbers that I showed you will be the same in the future, because in investment there's no guarantee. I really appreciate you watching this video. Again, if you like it, make sure you give me a like. And if you need more of this type of projection, make sure you leave a comment and let me know what ETF you want me to talk about next. Thank you. I'll catch you next video. Bye bye.